to Blues Fans TV. This video is sponsored by Beer 52. Beer 52 is the world's largest beer craft discovery club with over 150,000 members who each get sent a new case of beer every single month. Each month's case has a different theme. Past themes have included beer from New Zealand, South Africa, Korea and all over the USA and Europe. As an independent British company, Beer 52 are passionate about the UK craft beer scene, which they continue to support during this difficult period. If dark beer is not your thing, you can simply choose the light option. Your case will also come with the award-winning beer magazine Ferment and a tasty snack. Don't worry though, if you do change your mind, you can pause or cancel your account at any time. Just go to www.beer52.com/blues to get your first case of 8 beers for $5.95. That's beer52.com/blues. Hello everyone and welcome back to Blues Fans TV. I am Sophie Rose and this is my co-host Lewis today. We're still outside the bridge and we are just discussing our goalkeeping situation. Some news has come out today that Kepa now is in favour to stay at the bridge. There's been rumours all transfer window more or less, all through the summer, that he wants to go, that he's fallen out of favour with the Blues. You know, Frank Lampard's demonstrated that on a number of occasions by putting Caballero in goal for the final, for instance, like that. You know, it's a massive blow for a first team goalkeeper, especially one at the price of 70 million. But, you know, us fans have not been happy with him this season. A lot of his performances. Have the front four done a good job? No, sorry, the four in front of him done a good job? No, but he hasn't had the best of form last season. So I'm not sure whether that's something in training, his attitude, or whether it's fitness wise, or if he's just not up to standard. He's not up to £70 million standard, which I think is quite clear. But we haven't been linked with any other goalkeepers since Oblak. So what I will say on this is that I've read through a few articles, and Kepa seems to think that, you know, it's the guys in front of him that have caused him the most trouble. What do you think about that?
It's a bit of both.
Yeah.
I've spent the whole season, I will still say this, it wasn't all Kepa's fault last season.
No,
defensive organisation was awful.
Yeah.
No centre-back really staked a serious claim for their spot. Zuma had his run of form, it was also very shaky. Rudiger was just shaky all season.
Dave kept running into the centre.
Azpilicueta, I would say he got better as the season progressed, but like you still know his deficiencies. You know he's not perfect defender, he's just great one-on-ones. Alonso is just Marcus Alonso. He'll have a good game, but like you know he's going to be poor on the turn. You know he's going to leave a lot of space behind him that he can't cover back up. So yeah, Kepa's had a lot of poor defenders in front of him, but same way, Kepa has not helped himself.
No.
Some of his stats, like as someone who's tried to defend Kepa this entire season, his stats are horrendous, and every single stat just like punches you straight. It's like another sucker punch to your face because you can't back him. His performances don't really help him either. I think even post-lockdown, because you could say, yeah, I do think he had a couple personal problems. People were saying, like, I think he broke up with his girlfriend at the time. That might have had an impact on it.
Okay, yeah.
But post-lockdown, 3 months out, it still looked like the same Kepa. Some of the defenders still looked a bit better, but Kepa hadn't really changed. And the thing is, Lampard also didn't really back him either. Remember in February, he benched him for Caballero for about 4 games.
Yeah.
Came back with 2 clean sheets, and then lockdown happened, which is probably the worst possible time for him. But we haven't seen any consistency from him. If anything, we've seen his stats regress season on season. And it's like, how long can you defend Kepa for?
Yeah. I mean, listen, he has had a lot of good games too. I can't name specific ones, but there are
a
some.
Couple.
Yeah, there are some saves that he's made that could be seen as world class, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I just think he hasn't lived up to the price tag.
That price tag's a huge reason.
I mean, his
well.
price tag, 70 million, for instance. Should a 70 million pound goalkeeper be refusing to go off the pitch? You know, I'm not talking last season. I'm talking, you know, throughout his Chelsea career. He's only been here for a couple of years. And he hasn't lived. You can't say he's the world's best goalkeeper. You just can't say it, which is what his title says. I know he didn't choose that price tag for himself, but I think there's so much that he can improve on as a player. Maybe it would give him more confidence if he had a stronger defence in front of him. I can't imagine that it does much wonders for your confidence and letting goals in, letting 2-3 goals in.
Run into everybody and just miss the ball.
Yeah, exactly. So the four in front of him do have to take some responsibility, but I don't think he can put it all on them. You know, he has to take some accountability himself for his bad performances. And there have been some games where, I think if you look at even the West Ham game, for instance, where he should have done better.
Yeah, that West Ham game, I remember. That actually brings me on to another stat that I've heard. Apparently, Kepa hasn't come out and caught a corner in the Premier League this entire season, and that is a shameful stat. Another thing I do want to say, I think our scouting also has to take some of the blame for this. Also Thibaut Courtois, because he was a rat and went AWOL in training a week before the season started, and that meant we had to rush for a goalkeeper. He got bent over by Athletic Bilbao for Kepa. But same way, there were probably better goalkeepers out there at a cheaper price. Whoever did the scouting, because I also know Christophe Lollichon never really rated Kepa either, and he was our ex-goalkeeping coach as well before the Courtois issue. He said he never rated Kepa because he was too small. Obviously, first season it didn't really fit in with the narrative, but second season all he's done has been proven right. So it's kind of our fault as well. Again, I'm putting a bit of the blame of Courtois. Call me salty if you want, but he did snake us out, so it is what it is. That is a factor.
We can blame him for other things. I think he was
but there's a lot of
out.
outside factors for it, and I think that 70 million price tag is still hanging over his head as well. Because if you start putting bad performances, and then everyone starts looking at the price tag, and then you continue to fail to justify it, then you get benched.
Yeah, I mean,
then you come back and there's lockdown, but you still come back afterwards and there's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, people will say that's not his fault. He didn't choose the price that was set for him. But I just think this should have been one of those. We were looking for a bit of longevity in him. You know, he's a young player. We don't want to keep changing goalkeepers every couple of years. That's not what you want. Typically, teams do keep one goalkeeper for the long haul until they either are older. Whatever the reason is, or they really have a serious thing where they have to move elsewhere, a different location. But no, it would be interesting to see how Kepa performs with a better front four, with the likes of Silva in front of him, with Chilwell on the left. And then what happens though? Then what happens if he doesn't still perform? I think if you ask a lot of Chelsea fans, comment below and let us know if you would still like to try and sign another goalkeeper during this window, because we have a good backup in Caballero. We've always had a good backup in Caballero. He's a good second choice goalkeeper.
But that's it. But I don't want him as a first choice goalkeeper.
No,
because
but I
no
think
one
if you're
should
challenging
get
for the title,
washed over
that's
with
different.
Kepa's form.
Okay, but that's obviously because he's not generally our first choice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I've still seen people overhyping his performances. I think Caballero is a great shot stopper, but other than that, I think he's very rash. And I think if you're playing regularly, you'll start seeing that a lot more regularly.
Probably. I mean, if we're challenging for the title, that's different standards, isn't it? That's why we've had such a fantastic transfer window. We've signed some world-class players and young players as well, which is fantastic. Okay, guys, comment below. Let us know your thoughts on this. Do you think that Kepa's performance was bad due to the fact that he had a poor defence in front of him? Or do you just think that he's just not up to standard, and do you want us to sign a new goalkeeper in this transfer window? Comment below. We haven't heard any more on this Oblak situation. I'm assuming it was just all hearsay. It's very hard to go after the captain of a team and get him. Not only is he the captain, he's one of their best players. So comment below, let us know your thoughts on this, guys, and we will see you all for the next video very soon.